I can't stress enough how important it is for us, the youth, to advocate for ourselves, because if we don't, then who will?
Who will?
I want to thank Makora for bringing us together today, because it is people like her who are paving the way to ending the negative stigma in sexual violence and victim blaming. My name is Aaliyah Ford. I'm from Pawtucket. I'm a sophomore at the Met High School, and I'm also a Cambodian American. That being said, I know the pressure of living in a system that constantly works against my favor. A system that puts you in a box, or at least tries to get you to comply with unrealistic norms. Sorry, I lost my voice. A system that ignores the most precious parts of my identity and self-expression, even down to the clothes that I wear.
Students should have every right. Oh, got it.
Hello? Okay. Students should have every right to show up in what they feel comfortable in, something they feel like themselves in. For so many of us, our clothing choices are a reflection of our personality, style, and mood. They can convey our interests, beliefs, and cultures. Clothes have the power to communicate our emotions or attitudes for a particular event or situation. It's a way in which we can connect with one another. Overall, our clothing choices are an important aspect of how we present ourselves to the world. It should never be used as a reason for someone to feel obligated enough to give themselves access. My clothes are not my consent. I know this can be a very touchy subject for some, which is why I wanted to express my urgency to creating more safe spaces for youth to discuss these topics. Some of us here have been fortunate enough to join spaces like Sojourner House, Providence Student Union, Young Voices, to discuss the good, the bad, relationships, so on and so forth. Sorry, I'm losing my space. Nothing feels better than knowing you have a support system that's got your back. This year, I've been given the amazing opportunity to intern at Sojourner House and become an active member of my community. For those who are unfamiliar, Sojourner House is a local nonprofit organization who aims to lend support and knowledge to victims of sexual violence, domestic abuse, and human trafficking. There are so many different outlets of support that Sojourner House offers, and I've had the chance to learn all about the work. Through my learning, a topic I've discussed multiple times with fellow youth is teen dating violence. Something we all collectively agreed on was the lack of awareness being spread on this very common issue. The same can be said about the topic of sexual violence. In school, I led a short activity that covered domestic abuse, sexual violence, and human trafficking all in once. The feedback I received from this, and I quote, was, "I just learned more from a 20-minute activity than I did in an hour workshop." Why do public schools repeatedly fail to teach us about very relevant issues? Time and time again, the system continues to fail us. If we could just be in the know and learn how to navigate uncomfortable situations, it could save so many lives. I said it before, and I'll say it again, nothing is better than knowing you have a support system behind you. It's something plenty of us lack. 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys experience sexual violence before the age of 18. Need I mention, LGBTQ plus youth are on the higher receiving end of these numbers. As a community, we must ask ourselves, what have we done as a collective to support these individuals? What steps can we take to lower these numbers? These are the type of questions we should be asking ourselves. In the end, it's all important to remember that whatever we wear, whenever we go, yes means yes and no means no!
Give it up for Aaliyah, y'all. Yeah. Next we have Allison. Woo!
apologize in advance. I'm not good with crowds.
You're good. You're good.
First, I'd like to thank you guys. This is amazing, and it's beautiful to see all of us out here today. You guys are great. For anyone who doesn't know me, which is probably a lot of you, my name's Allison. I'm a senior. I go to Paul Cuffey Upper School, which is a charter school just down Elmwood Avenue. It's really small. It's about 60 students per grade. And today I'd like to address our administration, which to my knowledge has swept harassment cases under the rug and allowed it to occur in our classrooms and our community. That same administration threatened suspension upon students who wanted to come today as a scare tactic, despite that not being true. They also removed my flyers that I put up and just did not support this at all. And they've also consistent, which I feel like is relevant to all of our schools, consistently punish students for violations of a dress code that promotes rape culture, perpetuates sexist, racist, and homophobic and transphobic ideals of what should be worn. And that's wrong. You can't, don't tell me what to wear. As a victim of sexual violence myself, seeing these actions has deeply hurt me. We received an email about this that said, "We admire your civic engagement, but we're still going to punish you." And you can't simultaneously encourage that civic engagement, or as you would call, what you would call my fight to feel safe in the system you created, and silence my claims as I tell you what the culture you've allowed has done to me. You won't tell me that I have a voice and then douse it. Yep. It's not right. Yep. I think it's important that we make them hear us, and I think this is incredible what everyone is doing, and I just wanted to say that. So thank you guys. Okay. Also, thank you, Makora. You're the best.
Our third speaker up is Isis.
Woo! Yeah, ISIS! Oh, no, I'm good. Is this on?
Is it? Oh, okay, my fault. I just need to pull this up. So, for those that don't know, my name is Isis. I attend the Met High School. I'm a junior currently. My speech is basically just something that I wanted to get off my chest and I feel that many can relate to. And it's titled, "I Am a Woman." Sorry if I cry too. It's just so emotional being able to see so many people come together on a very touchy, like people mentioned, swept under the rug subject, and it just really warms my heart being able to see people that are strong enough and want change. So. I am a woman. I am a woman that can easily form a bond over becoming overly vulnerable, discussing a shared trauma. I am a woman that can look into the eyes of another Medusa. A woman that comes to hard terms to understand when another person tells you you didn't deserve that, instead of telling you why didn't you just stop him. I am a woman that at times is just a person and not a woman, sometimes who envies the concerns of a man instead of a woman's. I am a woman that is tired of pretending like it never happened. I am a woman that told you no, that begged even. I became weary of attempting to fix myself, of blaming myself, all because you wanted to be satisfied. I thought my silence would make others hear me, and it did. I am a woman that is no longer afraid of you, that can take myself to school without the fear of seeing you or your friends because you showed done in pride. I'm a woman that was once shamed and felt dirty, left with internal scars. I'm a woman that is furious of being treated like a child but touched like an adult. I am a woman that was
that was at complete vulnerability and took my purity right away from me. I'm a woman that loves women and is sick of being fetishized of queerness. I'm a woman that is tired of being underpaid, shamed, being dismissed, overlooked, and invalidated. A woman that is tired of crying up the same pains with other women. A woman that is tired of these predators in the chairs that control what we can and cannot do with our own bodies. A woman that is tired of not reaching my divine healed being. A woman that is tired of seeing the little girls of my life become traumatized of these monsters. A woman that is tired of unneeded burdens that prevents us from reaching equality. Well, now I am a woman reclaiming my truth with all of you. No longer afraid of you and your words. And to all my Medusas out here today, it was not your fault. The reality is that it affects your life every day. My love, you are not a victim. You are a survivor. It's not because of what you were wearing or because what they could or could not do and wanted to, but we will not reform to society's culture of victim blaming or silence. Yes. My dearest Medusas, you are not alone. I see you.
Our next speaker up is Nabu from the Met.
As a society, we must acknowledge that the system never failed us. It was set up against us. We must realize that the dress code was never enforced to protect us, but it was to victim blame us. It is an undeniable truth that Black girls are disproportionately impacted by sexual violence. Black girls face a range of obstacles that makes us more vulnerable to abuse, including poverty, lack of access to health care, education, and lack of access to our own bodies. And the effects of this racist, systematic system is what keeps us under. It is unacceptable that we are more likely to experience sexual violence, and we must work to change this reality. Because lawmakers won't work for us. So we must do the work for ourselves. Because ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of people won't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of people, because the power of people won't stop. Women are not just victims to sexual violence, but they're also leaders, organizers, and change makers. They are powerful and resilient. They have been fighting for justice for generations, and today we stand with them in the fight. And we commit to doing everything in our power to create a world where all women can thrive and be safe from harm. We must demand accountability from those who perpetrate sexual violence, and we must hold institutions responsible for enabling it. We must invest in education and prevention efforts, and we must create safe spaces where women can access the resources and support they need. We must uplift the voices of survivors and center their experiences in our work. Little Black girl, I see you. Little girl with early developed body, I see you. Daughter, niece, granddaughter, survivor, we see you. We hear you and we stand with you. And we will not stop fighting until sexual violence is eradicated from our communities. And you can live your lives from fear. Live your lives free from fear. Girls, boys, non-binary people, everyone. Let's remind the State House, whatever we wear, wherever we go, yes means yes and no means no. Whatever we wear, wherever we go, yes means yes and no means no. Whatever we wear, wherever we go, yes means yes and no means no. Thank you.
Our closing speaker for today, a PSU leader you might already know, Eugene Bellany.
We're going to start off with the chant before I read my poem. So we're going to do the 2-4-6-8 one. Is that correct? 2468.
Stop the violence, stop the rape.
2468.
Stop the violence, stop the rape.
2468.
Stop the violence, stop the rape.
Thank y'all. I don't really have a title for this poem. I kind of just wrote it, but he called her a whore. School officials stood quiet. Crime of silence. He could have stood up for her. Instead, he erased the emails. Oh, how I paid, still pay, for the recklessness of boys. Little Bretts, little Jeffs, little knives to my breast. How lucky they were to never be held down, to never see their voices crawl like the air, like the fire. Slim, straight, flared, or wide. Beyond the jeans, so many different types, all a different size. They're staring with their eyes, and just to my surprise, their eyes are not with mine, but on my jeans. As I walk past their heads, they lean, not interested in me, but interested in me. See, the me I speak of is not what they see. They only see legs and curves and thighs, feeling like a bucket of Popeyes as I walk by. They lick their lips. Hey baby, I like the way that you move them hips, they shout out so loud. What is that supposed to make me feel proud of? We are more than our genes. We are more human beings that deserve to feel safe, and when we enter the scene, that deserve to feel loved. Not someone just trying to lust through the seams, that deserve respect no matter what it seems. Whatever we're wearing, boot cut or skin tight jeans, we deserve to be freed. The real me, the true me, the me beyond the jeans. We deserve a better future. We demand a better future. We are a better future. So I want you to say that. So, we deserve a better future.
We deserve a better future.
We demand a better future.
We demand a better future.
We are a better future.
We are a better future.
We deserve a better future.
We deserve a better future.
We demand a better future.
We demand a better future.
We are a better future.
We are a better
One more time.
future.
We deserve a better future.
We deserve a better
We
future.
demand a better future.
We demand a better future.
We are a better future.
We are a better future.
Thank y'all. Next up, closing us out, we'll have Paper.
Howdy, y'all. Okay, the title of this is My Virginity. In our world, the state of being a virgin is cherished and adored. In multiple religions and cultures, the state of being a virgin is the most sacred thing. As Google would say, virginity is the state of never having sexual intercourse. As society would say, once a guy penetrates your vagina, you're no longer a virgin. As the older generation would say, once he penetrates, you will feel blood, you will see blood, and you will feel pain, you will see blood, and that's it. As people would say, after your cherry has been popped. In our world, the state of being a virgin is cherished and adored. In multiple religions and cultures, the state of being a virgin is the most sacred thing. You're meant to lose your virginity on your wedding night. You're meant to lose your virginity to your husband. It's held so high up that virgins are afraid to have sex. All of a sudden, people get disgusted at the thought of not being a virgin. People feel dirty. As a girl, not only does it hurt physically, it hurts emotionally. I feel like a slut now that I've lost my virginity. I feel like a whore now that I've lost a virginity to someone that's not my husband. I feel dirty now that multiple people have seen but not only touch me. I feel like the sex toy given to people who do not value or cherish the sacredness of my virginity, of my vagina, of my body. In my world, virginity is whatever I want it to be.
You're doing so good.
I do not have a definite definition of virginity, but I understand what it means. Losing my virginity, on the other hand, does have a definition. I would define this as the process of gaining sexual experience. This way, that one single act of penetration did not take away my sacredness.
So good. Okay.
He did not take my virginity. I did not lose it to him. I will lose my virginity to me with the help of other people. I will gain sexual experience with the help from me and other people. If no one cherishes that virginity, I will. I will try my best to not only give my body to people who hold her to a greatest value because she deserves it, people who will handle her with care because she deserves it. In my world, losing my virginity does not have a date or time. I did not lose it to that one person. He did not take away my sacredness. This process will take however long I want it to take. I will lose my virginity to myself. I will have my sacredness and I will keep that with me. In our world, I'm not a virgin, but in my world, I'm a virgin with experience, and nobody can take that from me.
Hey y'all, we know there's a lot of people here today, and since we had already had this program up, but if anybody wants to come up and speak, you have the opportunity to. So yeah, so we'll do one at a time. So, okay, you go first and then you come up. Thank you.
Okay, this is a little hard for me because it's something I just realized happened like barely 8 years ago.
Please introduce yourself.
Oh, sorry. I'm Ben or Benius. I go to classical high and I'm a freshman.
Good job on breaking out.
Good job. But as I said, this is kind of hard for me because it's something I just now realized. Whenever I was 9, my brother had this best friend. He was like a brother to us. He was like family. And me realizing that he actively groomed me and made me feel safe just to violate me like that. My emotional scars are still strong and they were healing until I told my brother. And you want to know what my brother did? He defended the asshole. Instead of supporting me like an older brother should, he decided to stick by that asshole who's also a murderer, by the way. He was 14. I was 9. I was 9 years old. And then soon after, he decided to go back to Oklahoma and then killed a mom. And you know what's worse? He went to jail. He was supposed to get life. He only got 4 years. And my brother defended him. The one person that I thought was going to be there for me my entire life, who said he was going to be there for me my entire fucking life, defended my molester.
That's not your brother.
Exactly! Both me and my sister don't believe that anymore. Thank you.
That's a lot of people. Hey. Okay. Hi. Wow. I've never done this before. Hi, I'm Jonathan, but like this week I started trying out a new name, Haven. Like I go by they, he. Oh my. Sorry. I go by they, he. Just want to speak out because I'm from Poolsville, Maryland. Very kind of far away from here, you know, Maryland. I go to Johnson and Wales Culinary High School, college over there. And my town back at home is not a happy place. Yeah. We have one restaurant and 6 churches. Yeah.
We hate them.
Yeah. But there wasn't much queers in our school. I was one of the few, and a lot of men, a lot of people were mean about that. I think the only one that went to our town gym, and they did this thing where they would sorry, it was a kind of a game to slap my ass. Yeah, a lot of toxic masculinity, and I'm looking at the Instagram posts and people still there, and a lot of people love Andrew Tate. Yeah, loser. Anyway, so I'm trying to present more feminine, and about 0.2 miles away from the campus I live at, there's a gay club. There's Ego, love Ego. But I was just wearing a skirt and a crop top, and 0.2 miles, the walk there, I got catcalled twice. And until they heard my voice or saw my face, they thought I was a woman, and you know, called me, said nice ass, and it was just horrible. It wasn't even half a mile. It was 0.2 miles.
Men are disgusting.
Men, straight men.
Straight men are disgusting.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Really, anyone can be disgusting, but oh my god, sorry. So, I chose the name Haven because I want to be a safe haven to my friends who have been through sexual assault. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm done.
Cora, is it okay if one more person goes? She'll be quick. Cora, was it you that you wanted to go?
Just talk.
Yeah. Is it okay? Last one? Yeah. Yeah. No, you can come on. Come on. Let's get up there. Come on. Let's go, big girl. You got it.
Hi guys, my name is Ozani, and I'd like to speak out against sexual violence against children. I was assaulted when I was 2, and it's left a lot of emotional scars and physical too. The first time was when I was 2. Secondly, it happened when I was 8. And the last time was when I was 14. And I decided to stand up and not let it happen because I was tired of being overlooked. And I was tired of it happening over and over again. As a person who was developed at an early age, it was very hard. I would wear the stuff that other girls would wear, and people would make me feel bad. People would make me feel dirty over something I couldn't control. And I would just like that this stopped, because every child deserves to feel safe. No child deserves to go through sexual assault. And yeah, thank you.
All right, everyone, we have reached the final point of our program today. We want to say a special thank you to not only all of you guys that showed up and showed out today, but to all of you guys that showed your personal stories and were vulnerable and felt comfortable enough to say that in this space. We want to be able to create more spaces like this so that you can feel safe and you can share your stories. Not only that, but for the folks who did share personal stories, we did have it recorded, so please let us know who would like to not have their sayings posted, and if you're comfortable with what you said today and it's fine for that to be posted, then that's fine. But if you wouldn't like that posted, please come see Steve and we can get that sorted out for you. We want everyone to feel as comfortable as possible. And also, as we close out today, we want to say a special thank you to our partners and organizations. So down there tabling, we have Planned Parenthood. Sophia, can you raise your hand? Say a little hi. We also have the Providence Student Union. We also have Arise. Sojourner House for coming out today. Thank you. We also want to thank our marshals and our police liaisons from DARE. And so if y'all can wave, the people with the vests on today, if y'all can wave. Thank you for keeping us safe as we cross the streets and everything today. And also a special shout out to the NAACP that also came to support us today. So. to connect with each other from different schools if you've never met each other. But also down there are snacks, waters, flyers, and resources to get in contact and in touch with all these other organizations. And wait. Thanks. And we also want to say a special thank you to our Makora for putting this together. And we also want to say a special thank you to all of our student ambassadors that helped on our call. So Maddie, everybody's here. So thank you for, bringing a friend. Even if it was just 2 people from your school, you still made the choice and decision to come out and support us today. So we are so happy that y'all could do that. And again, there are snacks, water, resources, mingle, talk, and thank you, everyone. Again, if you don't feel comfortable with any videos, please come to Steve so he can get that check. Thank y'all.